I'm who they've been looking for. Love me. A lot of people want to see me fail, and it ain't gonna happen. Love me. The reason why I am so confident in the way I am is the guys around believe. Love me, oh baby. So imagine, you know what a full off season look like. It get.
You got to know what you know. They're going to call it cockiness. They're going to call it arrogance. But you're going to call it confidence. Because I don't want my confidence to. I'm going to say something and I want you to hold on to it. All right? Get your cameras ready because this is game. Do not allow my confidence to offend your insecurity.
Let me start by saying I'm a leader of men, not a follower of men. I'm a father, not a baby daddy. I lead my sons. I don't follow my sons. My sons, Travis included, are getting ready to migrate to the NFL. I'm not following them to the NFL. I'm a bona fide leader. I'm a daddy, man, not a baby daddy. I'm a real father. I paved the way for my babies. They're not paving the way for me. I plan on being here and being dominant because they are establishing something that we're going to continue to build on for years to come. And I'm thankful that they're establishing what they're establishing.
Excuse me. Welcome to 8,000 Miles Away. This is your host Vic for another show. So tonight we're gonna be talking about how Deion Sanders prepared his kids for greatness, and how when you prepare your children, when you prepare your child for greatness, how they have a better chance at dealing with the racism in America and all other obstacles. So we're going to get right at this. We're not going to hesitate. We're going to get into this. We're going to have some fun. There's a lot to talk about today, and we're going to really enjoy it. So without further ado, let's get it.
Can I call you Rose? 'Cause you're sweet like the flower in bloom.
Hello?
Hey, what's up, man?
What's going on, Skate?
Ain't shit, man. Hey, listen, you and the wife, y'all still coming over Thanksgiving today?
Oh, yeah, we'll be there.
Oh, cool. That's what's up, man. Hey, is Regina around?
No, she had to make a run to the store. What's going on? You need me to tell her something?
Hey, I wanted to tell her myself, but yeah, I guess so. Listen, do me a favor, man.
What's that?
I don't know how to say this, but can you, wow. Can you tell Regina, man, to take a bath, you know, before y'all come?
What the fuck is that, say?
Regina, I need her. I'm saying can Regina take a bath, man, because she got a body odor, man. And listen. And you know, I don't like people walking on my floor. You know how Teresa is about, you know, taking your shoes off. You know, last year y'all came over, man, she got a body odor and you took your shoes off, man. Y'all motherfuckers be stinking together, man. I'm just, just thinking, she can take a bath and you at least wash your feet and change your socks.
Ain't that some shit? Nah, really?
Hello.
So, wait a minute. So we dealing with truth?
Yeah, I mean, what you mean we're dealing with truth? I'm coming to you real, bro, because, we normally have problems, but I'm coming to you real, man. I want y'all to come over, we have a nice time, but I don't want y'all her stinking, man. Your wife stink. I'm just going to be keeping it real with you. Yeah, I'm keeping it real.
Well, since we keeping it real, Can you have your wife to straighten that damn wig up on her head?
Hold on, do I like she can what you mean straighten the wig up on her head? She in her house, man. She can wear the wig any way she wants.
I'm like a fedora or a damn dog or something, man. Put that motherfucker on right.
You a trip, man. So wait a minute, you gonna get an attitude, man, because I'm inviting you over, man. The family was talking about your wife, man. She's stinking and shit, man. She's smelling in your feet. I didn't want to say nothing, man. I was gonna tell you leave and go wash her motherfucking feet. Both smelling like motherfucking cat litter, man. Old cat litter. Your wife smell like hot dog.
And one more thing, shave before we sit down and eat. Don't nobody want to see a woman with a damn beard, man.
Oh, okay. You know what? Y'all ain't even got to show up, man. I call myself being nice, man.
All right, fuck you then.
Fuck you too. Fucking motherfucker.
Hit that one more time. Hit that one more time. Hit that one more time. All right, welcome to 8,000 Miles Away. Can you guys hear me out there? Welcome to 8,000 Miles Away, Frank, whoever's out there listening. And welcome to the show tonight. We got an interesting show, but before we get into the show, I want to talk about a loss. And I'm not talking about the Carolina Panthers, a much more meaningful loss than what that performance we did today. I'm pretty hurt about that one, boy. The New Orleans, they took us down, but that's not really what I want to talk about. I want to talk about a loss that means a lot in our space, in our YouTube space. I want to talk about the loss of David Campbell. David and Campbell. Now, I'll show you guys the channel. A lot of y'all should be familiar with it. This is the David and Rose channel, the Campbell channel. You probably heard of Rose Campbell. You probably heard of David Campbell. They're in our space. December 11th, he passed away, and I want to show my condolences and prayers out to Rose and his family as he passed away in Arizona on December 11th. Just a little closer look at the Campbells. This is them when they got married. If you, they had a beautiful home in Central Luzon. And that's one of the things that scares me a lot about coming to the Philippines is when your wife and you get sick and you die and you cannot bring her back to that country. He died in a nursing home in Arizona, and she couldn't do nothing but sorrow from a distance, and he couldn't do nothing but die alone in a distance. This is Rose here. You've probably seen her on YouTube. She's very popular, very attractive, and her husband Rose. You've probably seen her before, and this is them together. But again, I want to take a moment to share my condolences, my prayers to them, because they had some great content, and he was sort of controversial, but at the same time, they had a good show, and you can learn a lot from them. They were very entertaining together as a couple. But I just wanted to bring that in, make point to that again, show my condolences, and have been, and I'll send some support that way as well to that family. Because I think she's trying to go to the United States. She doesn't have a whole lot of resources because she wants to see the body one more time. And again, that kind of situation really saddens me because I know that Filipinos have a hard time going to the United States. Now, she did have a visa, and she was able to go to the United States at least once, but when she was there, she didn't have anywhere to stay. She's had a distant family member taking her around for about 30 days or a little less, and spending some time with him before she died. And you should go to her channel because she talks about it. Her last video, she talks about the death, of course, and what she plans to go to the United States to see the body one more time. It's a really, really sad situation for that family. And I hate to see that happen. And that's one of the things I think about because when I go to the Philippines, because tomorrow I'll be 64 years old. Shout out to me, happy birthday. And like Calvin says, we're in our last days. This is the last train, you could say. And we need to keep our health and do what we can to stick around. But one of the things that worries me to death is not having the medical facilities in the Philippines when you really get sick and your wife or partner can't come and see you as you go to the United States. So you really have to decide whether you're going to pass away in the Philippines or you're going to go back to the States where you're from and be whatever family you have left. So I don't want to get into that too much. I want to get right to the topic, but I did want to make mention of that. And if y'all can help in any way, the Campbell family, go to her channel. She has provisions set up to shoot so you can help the family. So without further ado, we'll get into the topic today. I hope y'all can hear me. Can y'all hear me? Put in the chat if y'all can hear me. Sounds like I can't be heard. I don't know. I see Frank that made a comment there. You said the voice sounds good. That's good, Frank. Thank you for letting me know. I appreciate that. So as far as Deion Sanders, we're going to get to this topic because what is going on with him and his son is kind of an avatar to a lot of the things that we go to as regular people in the United States. And it's his situation is from a bird's eye view, but he still goes through the same thing, being a Black American, as a lot of other of us ordinary, average Blacks go through. So without further ado, we'll get into this. We're going to chop it up, and we're going to talk about this thing. Let's roll it. So we're going to start from the beginning so it all makes sense. Let's get it. I can find that. So hold tight, guys. StreamYard thing is always something interesting. So we're going to take it from the beginning. Let's get it.
I'm a real player. You can put me on the roster. All about my cheese. I ain't worried about the pasta. Baby 9 on me. Change the mind on the rob. They a hater up. Might as well call me doctor. Die like a chopper. Dropping bombs like a veteran. Screens spin the rain. I'm predicting like the weather. Serve in my cup. Gang go without my medicine. Flow so fresh, like a big bag of pepper. Where is my letterman? I'm balling on these suckers. You know the money talk, you can ask Chris Tucker. I'm a country boy, got the hat and the buck. Can't forget the boot, everybody gotta look. Let me change the subject, I ain't really come to brag. They starting to call me yo, cause I keep my money bag. Smoking on kush, getting higher than a flag. Body rock the drop to the tire gold flag. I'm fire than a match, you can call me ever start. Flow stay boosters wild, yours never charge. Be like a month, man, you haters better march. Your girl laughing at you, I'm the rapping Kevin Hart. My jeans every start, sounding like cardboard. Can't have my swag, cause my swag not yours. I'm a Chevy man, but I don't knock for it. I'm flowing through your line like a couple ox cords. I'm a hot boy, shout out to my boy Snoop. Coming down the void, 2 fingers out the roof. I'm in the old school, got everything new. Peanut butter top with the butter guts too. I'ma get loose, make the crowd start dancing. Killing these beats like my name Charles Manson. Flow so fire, Mike. Don't start camping. Lifestyle sweet, like I'm living at the Hamptons. I do a lot of gambling, I'm striving to the top. Why you want support, but you sit back and watch? They wanna see me dying, I don't understand the plot. They wanna be a cheater, I'm the one with the spot. Swinging in the drop, got the back end humming. Screens in the roof, watching on Mr. Drummond. Bang so loud, got that dang on 100. Trunk hit so hard, I make a nigga fumble. Hotter than the summer watch when I pull out. Screens in the trunk, got them watching Full House. I represent the South, can't tell you how I flouse. Oh, the kind of strong, man, that thing will pull a house. Going out clouds, I can stop him like Spade. Once I get a deal, I'm gonna rock the stage. I ain't Pimp C, but I'm chopping on blades. Screaming free lighted till they let him out the cage. Turn another page, cause the vet got skills. Let me tell you something, like 5 Marshallville. I'm a Navy SEAL, keep my head above water. Stay away from haters, now I move a lot smarter. Boy, let you test me, I'ma flip you like a quarter. I see you sending shots, but the vet is immortal. I'ma come harder till I know you feel it twice. Ice, ice, baby, like my name Vanilla Ice. You haters getting left, so you better get right. Screens in the roof, watching Miami Vice. My flow too tight, so you better loosen up. You want me at the bottom, but I'm steady moving up. Throwing all that dirt, but I'm moving through the dust. Watch me touch down like my name Cooper Cup. Sliding on Buck, and it match my pearl. Crawling on foes in a drop Riviera. Sipping on drink, blowing gas in the air. Candy so wet, making everybody style. Got the sergeant suit with the shoes, it's rap. Just like a tree, I'ma always keep a pal. What's up, Snoop Dogg? Your boy OTMT the vet.
See, before we get into this topic in my monologue, you must understand Dion was Showtime. And I think the 80s and 90s, I'm forgetting the years just now, but he was absolutely unstoppable and an amazing talent for his time. And he wasn't ashamed to show it. Proud man, even as a young man, proud, ready to take on the world then. And he's putting that type of confidence into his son. He's trained them from the beginning. All that confidence he has in himself, he's put it into his sons. They just need the chance. Even when and there was no man that stood in his way back then, he would challenge anybody. When he went to San Francisco, he came back and challenged Atlanta, where he used to play. Roll the clip.
Return here. Gets his wish. He comes through 3 guys. Hit the ball. No, it's Monday Night Football, and it's Deion Sanders. What else is new?
Amazing guy. Yep. Amazing. Bates and Sanders. You can use that expression. This is Deion.
He got one here.
Here's Humphreys again. Pass is picked off by Deion Sanders.
And he's leaving.
And Deion makes the high step.
Snap back to Cannell. Pressured as he throws deep, intercepted at the 30-yard line. Coming right, it's Sanders to midfield. Sanders to the 30. He starts the high step at the 25, and he puts the maraschino cherry on a Sunday of an evening.
Sanders is in the game. Now he's lined up in the slot position to the right. Now he's coming on a reverse. Sanders gets away from one man. He's got some room now. Sanders, touchdown.
Hey, the Cowboys rushed the punt. Singor Mobley almost got there. Sanders under it at the 40, coming left, looking for a block, darts back right, now reverses field, comes wide to the right, gets a block at the 45, turns the corner to midfield, slices back left to the 30. A foot race to the 20. Say touchdown, Deion Sanders.
I think a lot of people forget how much of an athlete he was. Now he dominated the game during his time. And then he decided to do something only Bo Jackson and maybe another person decided to do. And that's and Michael Jordan as well. He wanted to play all sports. So he attempted to play baseball in the middle of his career, I think in his rookie year. And he signed a contract. First he went to minor leagues for just a second, and then he went to the pros. And that's where the controversy started. And we're going to talk about that. Roll the clip.
The 3-2 pitch. Drilled to center field. Bo Jackson going over. Leaps and can't get it. It goes all the way to the fence. Deion Sanders blazing around second. Tabler goes over to get the ball. Plays it in there, waving him home. The throw to the plate gets on by. Sanders flies over. And now he is safe at home. There's a pile of bodies at the plate. Here comes John Wathen out to argue. McFarland is hot.
Nick Schwartz, the Royals trainer, is out taking a look at Bo Jackson, who's back on his feet in center field. Moving his left arm. Bo came up just a little short on the diving catch in center. Now let's take another look at the play at the plate. Ball came up on McFarland. Got the high hop.
Does he touch home? Not there,
Not there, he didn't. I swear, you can't hide Durwood Merrill.
No. Oh, no.
No, the ball's loose. Okay,
McFarland
good call.
dropped the ball. It was a good call.
Good call.
Had McFarland been able to get the tag down on him the first time, he would have been out. Makes an unusually wide turn around third here. He's way out.
Well, there's quite a bit of slope here at Yankee Stadium.
Well, he's been in tougher collisions than that as a football player, both at Florida State and in the NFL.
Yeah, that is a good call, and Durwood doesn't make the call until Deion Sanders touches the plate. Still no call, and there's your call.
It was a good job of Stottlemyre, the rookie, backing up behind the plate and gets the ball back to McFarland in a hurry. Watch how quickly he gets that throw back. Excellent job by Mel Stottlemyre Jr. And if McFarland could just have hung on. Now it looks like Bo Jackson's going to have to come out of the game. And this will cost him a chance at history. He had a chance to hit his 4th home run in one game.
Deion was an amazing athlete. And not only is an amazing athlete, he's an amazing person when it comes to motivating young men and motivating people. And established the dominant race of this country over here, and you know what I'm talking about, cannot stand it. And they hate men that have the confidence that guy has. And they take it out on his son, they take it out on him, and that's a lot of what we're going through today in that scenario. Now, his scenario is public, but is yours public? Do you take the shit? Or do you stand up against it? When Deion Sanders played baseball, they did not like it. They went against him because at one particular time he left the baseball game, flew to Atlanta to play. He left the football game and then flew to the baseball game all in the same day. And I don't know if they won or lost, but it pissed off white America. It pissed off Tim McCarver, who was a popular CBS commentator at that time. And at this time, I'm going to roll a clip on what was said, and then you're going to find out who Tim McCarver is and how it relates to what's going on today. Roll a clip. Tim McCarver being pissed off at Deion Sanders for doing what he want to do as an athlete. You got to remember, 15, 20 years ago, they tried to condition, and they still do it today, but they more openly did it back then. They tried to dictate what we can and can't do. But Deion did not allow that to happen. And he's not going to allow it to happen this day with his son. But I'll roll a clip. Like I say, we're bringing this up to the future of why things are today and what's going on. So roll a clip on Tim McCarver being pissed off because Denzel decided to be a two-sport athlete. Roll a clip.
Last night, Deion Sanders apparently upset with Tim McCarver's criticisms of his two-sport day last Sunday. Felt like he would gain a measure of revenge, not with champagne, but by dousing McCarver with 4 tubs of ice water. McCarver was furious. So was CBS Sports. Rick Gentile, their producer, complained to National League President Bill White last night. McCarver wants a meeting with White as soon as he can get one. And after this confrontation, Tim McCarver confronted Sanders.
McCarver's right here. Right now. Hey, you are a real man. You know that? This, you are a real man, Deion.
Did y'all see that? I don't know if y'all can hear that. It was pretty low. That's the best volume I can get from 20 years ago when it happened or so. But he threw water in Tim McCarver's face because Tim McCarver was a CBS analyst with a lot of respect. He threw water in his face because he had too much to say about what he's trying to do as a man. Really immature, but once again, Deion don't take no shit off the establishment. And he don't do it then, and they doesn't do it now. So let me show you the reason why that might be a situation that's going on now. Did y'all know that Tim McCarver was the grandfather to Jeff, what's his full name? Jeff Sostansky or whatever the hell his name is, the coach of Cleveland. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So I'll roll that clip and you'll see how it all comes together. Roll the clip. Is this it here or that day? That's it here.
What do you think about this? More NFL talk, more Shedeur Sanders talk. That dude in the right-hand corner is Tim McCarver. Now, back in '92, McCarver criticized Deion Sanders for playing a pro football and a pro baseball game in the same day, even though that was something no one else in the history of sports had ever done. So Deion retaliated by throwing water on McCarver during the Braves League Championship celebration. Now, that's important because Tim McCarver is Kevin Stefanski's grandfather. Oh yes, the snake trail started then. You can follow the trail of venom from generation to generation. And see, Stefanski can't affect Deion directly, but he can get his grandfather's lick back by taking it out on his son, Shedeur. Now, there are going to be people who say there's still nothing to see here. Come on, man. If you believe that there's nothing to see here and there's nothing personal, then you guys might as well sit around and wait for that dude in the red suit to start jumping down people's chimneys in a couple of weeks. This is obvious, man. So look, y'all like, share this video, hit that plus button, lock in with me, and get in the comments and tell me, what do you think about this family of snakes?
So he's the grandson of Tim McCarver, and as a kid, he was standing there watching his grandfather get doused with water. Maybe he's taking it personal, maybe there's more than you want to see about it, but at the same time, that's something to be considered. Also, something I don't have a video on is that Dylan Gabriel and the coach went to a factory together. I think it was some type of factory down in Cleveland. It was I can't remember. I should have saved that clip. They went to that factory together and did some type of football coach player presentation to the employees of that factory. And so he's already spending time with them on a personal level that has nothing outside of has anything to do with the game. So they're bonding. They're bonding. So 20 years from what you see there with the water being thrown, Deion showing, expressing his manhood and expressing his confidence. Because if you don't understand anything, you got to understand that the man is confident in who he is, and he don't take shit off people. So 20 years later, his son comes up, and in comes Shedeur Sanders. So roll the clip.
They told me bust out my AP, perfect timing. Got them baguettes up on my neck and stay shining. It's never hot around my jewelry, chase a climbing. I went and got that new Maybach, I stayed grinding. They told me bust out my AP, perfect timing. Got them baguettes up on my neck and stay shining. It's never hot around my jewelry, chase a climbing. I went and got that new Maybach, I stayed grinding. These can't with me, yeah they lying. I ain't even hit my peak, I ain't trying. 100K for a signing. What they pay? I got reminders. They told me bust out my AP, perfect timing.
Yeah, 20 years later, here he comes.
Love me. I'm who they've been looking for.
Love me.
A lot of people want to see me fail, and it ain't gonna happen.
Love me.
The reason why I am so confident in the way I am is the guys around believe.
Love me. Oh, baby.
So imagine, you know what a full off season look like. It get dangerous.
You gotta be excited of a young man. He hasn't achieved the success he has yet. In fact, he didn't even have a good game today. He threw 3 interceptions. But it takes time to grow. Football is not a one-game win. You know, it's a team effort, and he will grow into his own if given a chance. But they don't want to give him a chance. They may be trying now, but really, are they really supporting him? Because Dylan Gabriel, in comes Dylan Gabriel. This is what Dylan Gabriel, the white boy choice of quarterback that they chose, that the coach chooses, this is what he says to sabotage. Now, y'all remember the beginning of the season when he said this about Deion? Y'all remember when he said this about Deion? I don't want to make it a race thing, but look what he said about Deion. Roll the clip.
There's entertainers and there's competitors, and I totally understand that.
Oh, roll that back. There's entertainers and there's competitors. He's calling Deion some kind of clown, an entertainer, not a football player. Roll the clip.
There's entertainers and there's competitors, and I totally understand that. And my job is to compete.
You wait for the perfect time. You know, you're gonna wait a whole lifetime. So
I'm who they've been looking for.
If I can do it, then whack on you. Get up and make it work. Ain't no way that I'm sitting around. It's now or never, I'm picking it first. You can't tell me that I won't make it. Knew that I had the skills since birth. Grinding, came out the mud like Roddy. I had no body, I came from dirt. Still came fuck, I put in the work.
He's calling Shedeur Sanders a clown. Somebody that's been trained since a baby for success. Around all the greatest people of all. You think he ain't ready for this moment? So if you're going to take his spot, you have to be just bigger than just what you think you are. You can't be a short quarterback with minimal skills and think you're going to outdo someone that's been training all his life for success. And the coach, you cannot stand in his way. The establishment, you cannot stand in his way. Roll the clip on what this passport bro says about the coach and how he needs to back the fuck off and let the man play and stop trying to implement racial overtones. Roll the clip.
This message is for Kevin Stefanski, the head coach of the Cleveland Browns. If you're not Kevin Stefanski, or you're not the people in the NFL that passed on Shedeur Sanders for 5 rounds, you can go to the next video. Listen, Kevin, come to the front of the class. We know you're racist, bro. Your racism is showing. We know. We know you don't like Shedeur because that man has a strong father who's a legend and a Hall of Famer. And we don't know much about you, Mr. Stefanski. We know you're a hater. We've been dealing with people like you our entire lives. You always try to hold our talent back. You always try to hold our success back. You don't like the way we shine our confidence. You don't like the fact that our fathers are heavily involved in our lives. And we're going to make common sense decisions, and we can see the bullshit that you're spewing when other people are ignoring it or can't see it. Listen, Kevin, you won't be around for a long time, but I think that Shedeur Sanders is going to be around the NFL for a very, very long time. I would suggest that you go home, watch film, and find a way to get past your racist ideology and understand that your job is to win football games, and this is the best man for the job. We know who you are, Kevin.
See, he's calling him out. He's just not one person calling him. He's a passport bro down in Latin America. But all of us are watching this. We're watching how white America treats black men in America, successful black men. And a lot of us, we go overseas just for that reason there. Many of us travel overseas, and that's one of the reasons, obviously not the only reason, but a lot of us go overseas just to get away from this type of bullshit in this country. There's a lot of bullshit going on in America, and a lot of black men are tired of it. So after Dylan does this, he lays in bed with his lady. This is the chump ass simp he is. He lays in bed and tells his woman everything about what's going on. Oh, they taking my starting job. Oh, I can't. I need to be starting. They don't need to let that black man do this to me. Now he telling his woman all this shit. And she gonna stand up and say what she gotta say in the media. How embarrassing is it for you to let a woman speak for you? A wag. And I don't mean wag in a negative way. If you don't know what wag means, I'll tell you what wag means later on in the video. So roll a clip on the introduction of a woman speaking for a man about a team she don't know shit about. Roll the clip.
Get dressed with me for Browns versus 49ers.
Dylan Gabriel's fiancée, Zoe Caswell, has recently been heavily criticised. The reason is that after the Browns lost to the 49ers, everyone thought she was taking a veiled dig at starting quarterback Shedeur Sanders. She posted her game day outfit on TikTok with the caption, "The Browns lost again. What's so surprising?" Fans immediately hit back. Many commented, "You never posted like this when your man was the starting QB1." Others complained, "I like you, but this caption is really inappropriate. You should support the team whether he plays or not." Zoe quickly clarified that it was just a joke, but netizens didn't buy it at all. Worse yet, an old comment of hers resurfaced. Someone claimed no one on the Browns wanted Dylan to play, and Zoe directly replied, "Everyone in the organization wants Dylan as the starter, not Shedeur." She also said the person had never played or coached in the NFL. In response, netizens fired back, "You've never played or coached in the NFL either, so what do you think? Was she speaking her truth, or was she really being bitter?"
What is it a man to let a woman speak for him? Somebody tell me in the chat, what does it look like for a man to stand behind a woman and let a woman do the talking for you? What kind of guy does that? What kind of guy does that? And anyway, you know these chicks all they want to do is get monetized. So she's picking Gabriel thinking he gonna get her monetized. She's thinking that she gonna make big bucks like all the rest of these chicks, these women athletes, these women that marry athletes. She's trying to monetize. She's trying to get paid. Did she pick the wrong guy? I don't know. Roll the next clip.
Happy game day. Today we play the 49ers. My fiance Dylan's not playing. I have thoughts about that, but I'm not going to share it.
Kelly Pitts and the Sunbeams would be so disappointed. Dylan Gabriel's fiance is clearly regretting the fact that she said yes to a future practice squad quarterback. She's currently a WAG, but soon she'll be a WAG to a Pee Wee football assistant coach. Truth be told, that's where she was supposed to be all this time anyway. But instead, somehow, by the grace of God, she made it to the NFL with those hips and her bad attitude. She made it. She's currently being dragged all over the internet right now for her latest TikTok post, where she took shots at Shedeur Sanders. After she posted it, fans started calling her out and were accusing her of being racist. Well, she doubled down and commented that everyone in the building wants Dylan to be the quarterback. Now listen, I for one understand standing by your man, okay? I get it. You need to defend your man. But at the end of the day, she's not helping him. She's hurting him by being this unprofessional. He, at the end of the day, is on the same team as Shedeur. And because football is a team sport, they all need to support one another and not talk bad about one another off the field. Shedeur even went as far as defending Dylan when the fans were booing him uncontrollably at the home games. Shedeur defended him and said, listen, guys, that's my teammate. I appreciate the love, but it doesn't help when my teammate feels some type of way about being booed. Shedeur did that. Yet Dylan and now his wag, Zoe, are taking all kinds of shots at Shedeur every chance they get. Mind you, little Miss Zoe has thoughts on Dylan not playing. Meanwhile, we all watched him throw 5-yard passes into the ground for 6 weeks. So yeah, little Miss Zozo, she is shaking in her boots because she knows her time as an NFL wag are coming to an end. How sad. Now, as a former wag myself, I'll never be telling that story. I was the G in wag. It was so embarrassing. But anyway, as a former wag myself, let me give you a little tip here, little Miss Zozo. You might want to fall back, okay? Because the last thing you want to do is start getting families involved, okay? You're a fiance, girlfriend, or whatever. You don't want to see Shedeur's brothers. He got a pretty vicious sister. His mama is even more vicious than that. Lil Miss Zozo, you need to chill, okay? Just beg, all right? Don't do it. Just chill, relax, don't say nothing else. Because I'm telling you right now, if Pilar started talking, it's over for you. It's over for you. And don't even get me started on the aunties. Oh my God, girl, you finna have a bad week.
Before we continue, guys, if y'all loving it, if you're enjoying the show, do this. So, it continues on, guys. It continues on and on. Because Dylan is pillow talking. He's pillow talking. And everybody know it. He's in the bed. Blah, 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 blah. Because he's not starting. Instead of performing. Roll the clip.
All right, y'all. So if you didn't know, we got more Cleveland Browns drama. And people are wondering, they're like, man, where did Dylan Gabriel's fiance get this information that everyone in the building wants him to play and this is that? And people are really saying that, oh, maybe she just came up with this. She's just saying false things. I'm going to show y'all the source. This is the source. Where do you think she is getting this information from? Dylan Gabriel, bruh. Look, as a man, I can admit we probably all came home at some point to our shawty and did something similar, bro. You come home from a long day of work and you telling them how it went and what's going on. You talking shit about coworkers. You ain't even got to play ball. Bro, you've done it before. This is the source. Dylan Gabriel's coming home, talking to his girl, talking about how stuff is going. And look, of course, you want to see her man play and she want to support him and this and that. But this is why everybody is not built for social media, because it could be all fine and dandy when you're doing the get ready with me and you got the girls in the comments, oh, girl, you're so cute, da 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 da. But you got to be careful on what you post, how you're saying it. Even if you don't mean things a certain way, bruh, they gonna get misconstrued regardless. And Dylan, bruh, you gotta tell your girl, just don't respond, bruh. This is why everybody's not built for this social media shit, because some people, as soon as they see a hate comment, they feel the need, I gotta say something. I gotta say my 2 cents. And now she got everybody on your back, and now Dylan's being drawn into it, and people wasn't already messing with Dylan. So look, I can't necessarily fault bro for coming home and talking about what's going on and whatnot. But you just got to tell your girl, bro. Like, as soon as she probably was texting him at the moment, man, these people are pissing me off. Dylan should have been like, well, don't respond. She out here speaking on things that don't involve her. And to me, it's funny how she was talking about, well, you're never been in the league or you have never been a coach. You're not a coach, shorty. Like, the only way you know anything close remotely to the NFL is because Dylan's coming home and telling you. That's the only reason you're around this stuff. You ain't in the league either. I don't know, man. Again, nobody's ever paid attention to the Browns as much as we have this year, but bro, this is a complete dumpster fire, bro. Like, we cannot have Dillon Gabriel coexisting with Shedeur at this point. Like, and look, they may be cordial. They may understand, like, hey, bro, we got to at least have respect for each other. But you can't tell me that they ain't a little beat, like, we don't like each other. Because if I seen Shorty was saying something and this, and that, then when I come into the locker room that next day, I'm going to be like, oh, okay, bro, at home talking crazy. But, you know, it probably happened on both sides. We just ain't seeing it. But I don't know, bro. Y'all let me know what y'all think.
What do you think, man? I mean, I know he at home talking to his female, but you got to control your female, baby. You know what I'm saying? What are you doing, man? You can't keep her mouth shut. You cannot keep her mouth shut. She ain't got nothing to do with this. She's just trying to get monetized and get paid from a guy who ain't even really gonna be no NFL quarterback. What the damn? Roll the next clip. You know, one thing about black women, and shout out to you sisters, in many cases, y'all do stand up for y'all men, especially when it comes to white people trying to run over. Some black women will stand up for their brothers. And what this woman said in this next clip, I thought was cool as shit. Roll the clip.
This message is for Dillon Gabriel's fiance. Hey, girl. You said you had a lot to say about the 49ers.
I'm going to go get me another shot of this good stuff. I still got a little bit of that Maker's Mark in there. And remember, I just told you tomorrow's my birthday. So let's get it in. Y'all do what y'all want to do, but let's get it in, baby.
This message is for Dillon Gabriel's fiance. Hey, girl. You said you had a lot to say about the 49ers game, but you rather not. Let's hear what you got to say about your boyfriend. I mean, your fiance. Losing his starting quarterback position to Shedeur. You got anything to say about that? You also said that everybody wants Dillon to be the starting quarterback. But we wouldn't know that because we're not the coach. So where you get that bit of information from? Is that why Stefanski pulled Shedeur out of the game to do the 2-point conversion? Because he want to make him fail, make him look bad? We all want to know where you get that bit of information from. And also, who is the everybody that wants Dillon to be the starting quarterback? Because it ain't us, not we the fans. We don't want that. He ain't throwing that ball nowhere but to the ground. He can't even see over the players. He too short. We got who we want for the starting quarterback. It was announced. And it will be Shedeur. Now, I'm sorry that your dream of becoming a quarterback's wife was cut short. But let me tell you something about Shedeur. When you walking in the favor of God, no door closed by man will stay closed because God go open it every time. So all the roadblocks that people thought that they was putting in place to block that boy, when you got the favor of God on your life, you're unstoppable. So, you're going to have to find something else to do, honey. Maybe your fiance will become a little league coach. Because NFL football starting, he ain't it. He ain't getting that spot back, honey. So, dream on. And one more thing. Dillon and Stefanski will be gone before Shedeur. And you can put that on your parlay. Y'all drop your thoughts. And like, share, comment, and repost.
Wow. I told you the sister was going to drop. It was sweet, but it was knowledge. Now here's the chick on the next clip. I'm going to get it in my monologue. And that's how we're going to close this thing. But before I get in my monologue, I still got a few other people to bring on. Because I need y'all to understand what WAGs are. Wife and girlfriend. This is what it stands for. Now, here's a woman that was the wife or is the wife of Shakur Griffin out of Seattle, football player. She's a WAG. WAG means a woman who gets all involved in this shit. Always want to be in the front like Travis Hunter's wife, Leon. By the way, that's a $40 million loss for his ass. And that's what happens when you don't have the guidance of a father. If he had a father, he wouldn't be kicking out no fucking $40 million to that chick. What a fucking loss. And the same thing goes for that guy in Michigan. The Michigan coach. Y'all heard about it. I should do a damn special on that. It's all over damn social media. I just ain't touched it yet. Motherfucker damn goes to jail. He's doing all kind of nutty ass shit and losing this and losing that. Damn, what's wrong with us brothers? Not to mention Shannon Sharp, but you know, maybe he got enough money to overcome it. But this dude threw away $30 million bag in Michigan. All over some bunny shit. Where's my damn Omar Johnson goddamn comment? I took him down. I should be playing it. No snow bunnies today. Not when it's fucking up your bag. What's the dude's name? Moore, I think his name is. Damn, bro. $30 million side, no job, no nothing. And you're in a domestic shit with this female? What the fuck, bro? I don't want to get into that. He fucked that up. So anyway, back to where I was before I got this taken away from the shit. Here's a female that talks about, her name is Tokyo Jet. She's a so-called rapper. I ain't gonna knock her too bad, but I ain't never heard of her ass. But anyway, that's another chick that's out here trying to get monetized off these football players. And here she go. Roll the clip. But she does give good advice to Gabriel Dillon's girlfriend, who's out here fucking up, fucking with a loser. You picked the wrong guy. You picked the goddamn loser to try to make money off of. But here she go. Roll the clip.
The 49ers, my fiance Dylan's not playing. I have thoughts about that, but I'm not going to share it.
So y'all, let's get into it, like, quickly. I think I got a little bit of room to talk about the topic just because, not just because I'm a wag, but also because I was somebody who was, like, in the limelight before I met my man. I think the most important thing for any wag is for us to have our own personality that does not have anything to do with being a wag. So many I'm trying to find the right way to word this because I don't want to come off a certain way because that's not my intention. But I think so many of us lose ourselves in being like pound NFL wag or pound such and such Beyonce, and we lose ourselves, so we kind of get lost in their business. I just feel like once that becomes like your personality trait, that's like all you can give. So everything like revolves around games. Everything revolves around what team they're on. Everything revolves around sideline photos. Like, you get what I'm saying? And it's so much more that goes into it than that too. I feel like your biggest role as a wag is to support. Role as a wag is support. And support looks like a lot of different things for a lot. While support might look different on all of us, your support should never interfere with the camaraderie of the team. That's just my opinion. That's how I feel. I have been in situations where Shaquille was the guy, and we've been in situations where Shaquille isn't the guy. But luckily, Shaquille is so supportive. Shaquille is always clapping for everybody else. He's always happy to see people get big contracts. He's always happy to see people make big plays. And I think that plays a major part. I think that plays a major role in it because I'm only able to see him be so supportive of everybody else. He's like a real team player. He wants to see everybody win. He wants to see the team as a whole be successful. Now, what I will acknowledge is that we are all human. Sometimes fans or outside people don't understand the toll that trolls can have on people, and including like their wives. Sometimes trolls come to the girlfriends, the wags page, to say mean things or to say nasty things, and sometimes people don't understand the toll that it can have on you. A lot of people look at the situation like, oh, well, you have this, you have that, and at the end of the day, we all human, so feelings get hurt and a lot of things come into play, so I understand it to an extent, because I won't act like I haven't ever had like situations where I'm going back and forth with fans, where I'm going back and forth with, people on the internet. I hope that I've never said anything that jeopardizes my husband's place. I think sometimes we all forget that we have been given like something so big and amazing, like to even be able to play at the highest level and continue to do that Sunday to Sunday. Some of us just take it for granted. And it's a huge roster. You're not gonna always be the guy again. And that's just my 2 cents on it. You just gotta be grateful for where you are, and whenever you do get a chance to show, dominate. That's it.
She's right about that. In other words, some of the words she say, take a back seat. Don't be a distraction to the team. And I shout out to her, but I don't know all them tattoos on her damn arm. That's that damn bullshit. But she's a rapper. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what situation, but I do want to make a comparison here. You know, being a YouTuber and a content creator, when you have a woman partner, you have a girl. A lot of guys, us YouTubers, you know, we're not football players or athletes, but we like to put our women on camera too and our families on camera. And we have to be real careful about that because, you know, you put our people online, or you have the other person online, and these trolls out here don't talk shit. So you got to be built strong enough to be able to handle the bullshit when you put your woman online. Like to Virginia, she cannot stand to be a part of this channel. I mean, she like to comment in the comments. Occasionally she'll come online, but she don't really want to be in it because she knows it's going to be a lot of troll shit, crabs in a bucket, and that type of shit. That's on a different level because we're smaller than these athletes. But being in front of people is being in front of people. And when you do, you have to be as a man, but be prepared to be able to deal with whatever the fuck these people out here going to say about your woman or about your man. You heard? So I want to bring a shout out to Stay Generous Dollar. I never seen you hit the channel yet, bro. And you know what, Frank? What do I do when these guys be new and they hit my channel? What do I do for a brother when they be new and they hit my channel? Because I've never seen you there, bro. So I'm going to give you a little love, and hopefully you come back for the next episode. You know we always here on every Thursday and Sunday at 9 o'clock. So I want you to come back. So I'm going to give you a little love like I do everybody else. So before I continue on, let's stop and give some little love to Stay, to what's your name? Slim Slam 36 some shit. Was it 3679? My guy. Let me hit you with a love, Filipino love. I didn't hit the other guys, but I'm gonna give you the no, I'm not gonna give you the pancake. I'm gonna give you the what are we gonna give him? Give him the Filipino. Give him the nasty Filipino.
Let's not kill the karma. Let's not start a fight. It's not worth the drama.
Hey, I'm gonna give you one more too, bro. One more. There you go. In case you like the sister. Go, Quincy.
Tell a hater I said. And tell your bitch I said.
My God, man. Welcome to the channel, man. I hope you like it, man. Hope you're enjoying the content. And so we're going to get back to where we were because these women need to understand they need to be a little quiet with it instead of being so damn loudmouth and being all in front of the camera. Now, the next clip I'm going to roll is how a woman says that how white men or white people, and I hate to say this, guys, because, you know, they think they're better than us in so many ways. And in this clip, it reminded me of something my father said, God bless his soul, and I'll make that comparison after she said what she say. So you have to be funny and careful on who you show what you got. Who you show what you got. And here we go. Roll the clip. And I'll explain it on as where I'm going with that. Roll the clip.
The benching of Shedeur Sanders for the 2-point conversion yesterday after he had balled out all day, over 300 yards passing and 4 total touchdowns, reminded me of a situation that went down with me about like 30 years ago. I had a boss, female boss, and she was a writer. She had been so good to me and helping me, and I decided to invite her and her husband over for dinner. My mother, also is important to the story, had died early, and so I had a nice home in a nice neighborhood at a very young age. So I invite my boss over, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all, visibly she was shook. She talked about the house, and after that day, things changed. The same woman who had been my sponsor, my supporter, and my cheerleader at work all of a sudden flipped. She seemed miffed at my apparent success, and our dynamic changed. I don't even think she was conscious of it, but rather it was just based on a hard-baked reality of who society had told her she was and her assumed position relative to me. It was then that I learned this lesson. There are many white folks who will be fine with you as long as they view you as beneath them, but who will buck if they see you doing as well as or better than them. In other words, be careful about letting white folks see what you have. They love a humble Negro, an opportunity to be saviors. And I really think that bias impacted the Cleveland Browns coach yesterday and his whole relationship with Shedeur. Shedeur was rich and successful long before he was even drafted. While many accept the more traditional hard knock life blacks, think of the movie narratives from The Blind Side or Dangerous Minds, they trip when the script is flipped and the black person is more successful than they are, like Shedeur. The coach inherently wanted to limit Shedeur's success and took him out, even though that move also hurt his team. Think about this. The coach would rather lose than to see Shedeur win, not win again, because regardless of what anyone says, that young man has already won in life. That is the power and impact of bias, which sometimes serves as a polite synonym for hate, and why DE efforts are so important. The coach, Kevin Stefanski, is representative of white men in positions of power all over this country in all sorts of industry, driven by their hard ingrained biases. They will block certain people from success regardless of the fact that if it hurts the team, the company, etc. We witness a man who has millions of eyes watching him, but still caused his team to lose because of his own personal issues, not because his candidate wasn't qualified or prepared. What do you think men like him do day after day in companies around the country in private when nobody's watching?
What do you think? Has that ever happened to you? Have you ever been in a situation whenever someone, you had it going on and you had a boss or a company and they thought, damn, I humble this motherfucker. He think he all that. He think he better than we are. I'll give you an example of what my dad told me when I was a real little guy, probably about 10 or 12. And I listened to my father. I listened to every single thing he said. Now, I'll take it back, and I'll make it short because I don't know if y'all can relate to this. I'll try to see if y'all can. Now, my dad was a college graduate. Now, not many blacks always was college graduates back in the 60s, but he's a college graduate. Proud man coming out of A&T University, North Carolina A&T. Same school where Jesse Jackson went and others. Came out strong. My grandmother was a school teacher, then later on a principal through the segregation times when they were mixing schools and mixing blacks and whites. And and she was strong. She did not, she had proud all over her. This is 2 generations ago. So I should have been a lot stronger than I am. So Dad came out strong. He took a job at a clothing store as a tailor, downtown Charlotte, at the most expensive clothing store in Charlotte at the time, where all the bankers, all the lawyers, all the white businessmen go to get to buy their clothes. And the clothes wasn't never tailored. So he was the tailor. They would go back in the back room and he would fit the cuffs. He would hem it. He would fit the legs. He would check out the waist and let waist out and do clothes. And he's sitting back listening to all the bank presidents, all the lawyers. And you know these white guys love to talk about how great they are. So, and the owner, his name was Jack Wood. You do your research. Jack Wood was the #1 store in the 60s and early 70s in Charlotte, North Carolina before all the development. There was no store that sold that sold more expensive clothes than Jack Wood, Ltd. It's long since gone today. But Dad was the tailor. He was the person that they went to the back and see after the white man sold them the suits. So Dad went out and bought a car with his money. A lot of the money came from an inheritance, but you know, he went out and bought a brand new 1967 Pontiac GTO. I think it was 67. This is way before my time. I'm like 2 years old this time. But a Pontiac GTO was the hottest damn thing in 67. There was no hotter car than a Pontiac GTO. The shit was burgundy. I remember. The hottest shit on the damn thing. He took it to work. And his boss saw that car. And he said, "Oh my God, am I paying you too much money? Where do you get the money to afford, boy, a GTO? I don't pay you like that." And Dad was taken back on that because it said, you know, what do you think? I can't have a GTO? What the hell do you think? Well, you bet. I mean, I know you're my boss, but why do you think I can't have a GTO? Point in taken is a white man always, even back from the beginning, I always think that they want to hold black men down. And I learned from that scenario. And that's the same thing that woman was saying about her taking to the house. Taking a white man to the house or a white woman to the house who was in awe of how great the house was. White men are in awe on how great and how much money Shedeur Sanders has and the business savvy he has before he even lines up. He can tell these white men about business that they never knew about. He's teaching them. And he's only 20-something years old. Where does he learn that from? His lineage. White people hate that. Not all, but a lot. So I'm going to roll the next clip from Tariq. And then we're going to get into my monologue. Roll the clip.
Now, why does Shedeur trigger the dominant society so much? I've touched on this before, but we got to reiterate on some stuff. See, the reason why Shedeur triggers these people, because he represents a fully empowered black lineage with no white tea overseer to give credit to. I love before the game, he was there with his dad. They had their moment and everybody was watching that. So this powerful black, strong father there with his son, giving him the game and giving him the guidance. The dominant society don't like that. Like I said, they love us to be from a single mother household, downtrodden. So a good, benevolent white tea man can come in and nurture and school the little Negro child. That's the story they like. So they can make a movie out of it. They get a white tea woman to go get the big old goofy football player and then get Sandra Bland to play her in a movie. And they want that. They want a white tea savior trope. And with our brother Shedeur, it's not one. His entire trajectory, the coaching, the training, the discipline, the business savvy, the work ethic was 100% cultivated inside of a high-functioning, foundational black American family. That's the thing that burns folks up. His confidence is not borrowed from white approval. See, the dominant society, they like confidence in a black person when it's granted or supervised by white tea authority. Shedeur's confidence comes directly from his black fatherhood, black excellence, black guidance, black coaching, black lineage. That's why they start using words, oh God, he's arrogant. He's entitled. Yeah. He's arrogant, he's entitled. And, you know, his father is a powerful black patriarch, and that challenges that white tea male hierarchy. All that entitled stuff, that means he just acts too free for a black man. You know, when they say entitled, that means he act like he don't need us. His confidence isn't humble enough. They like for you to be running around mush mouth. I got to thank my coach for helping me get my mama out the projects. They like that. So he don't have no thank the white tea man for getting my mama out the project story. He doesn't have that. Yeah, they like an emasculated, shuffling black man from a single mother household. That's the ideal black person that they like to elevate. He shows what, you know, his success shows what black people can be without systemic obstacles. You know, he's under black guidance, black tutor, black family structure. So they don't like that. They don't like a functional family. See, there's no ghetto story to squeeze out of Shedeur. You know what I'm saying? You can't squeeze, like when you talk about it, like when they talk about athletes, they always do this. Y'all notice they do this little passive aggressive stuff. When they give you props, they got to do this little passive aggressive hood story to undermine it. Yes, we have this player, Shardavius Jenkins. He ran 100 yards and made 3 touchdowns. He's one of the best players in the league, but he came from very humble beginnings. His mother was on crack. His dad was an alcoholic. His grandmother sold bootleg moonshine back in Alabama. And he was arrested as a juvenile for stealing Lay's potato chips out of 7-Eleven. With the help of his coach, Jonathan Whiteman, Cordavius was elevated and taken out of the ghetto and taken to the suburbs and coached by one of the greatest coaches out there. They love that kind of story. They like a passive-aggressive ass story like that.
Is that true? Frank says, as a black man, we want all our kids to do as good as or better than we did. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's what we want. Doesn't always happen, but that's what we want. We train them well to do that. One way or another, we give them that. They may not always make it, but we put them to the test to do that. As my parents done me, as I done my daughter. So, here's what Shakur says about the whole thing.
Everybody starts different places, and like I say, just because I didn't get the summer reps, you know, just because I wasn't in the best situation, that's how life is. So a lot of people want to see me fail, and it ain't gonna happen.
Y'all need to stop holding Shedeur back. The kid has talent. Let him play. You hear me? He doesn't need more politics. Just give him the field.
Let him play! We're behind him! Shedeur is forever!
We're out here.
So, I'm gonna get into this thing now. I'm gonna do a little cooking. I'm gonna speak my mind on it, and then we're gonna land the plane. So I hope you guys had a good evening, a good week. But let's talk about it. Let's be clear from the start. This situation is not about a quarterback competition. It's about power, perception, and control. I may have said this earlier, but I'm going to say it again. It's about power, perception, and control. What we're watching is Shakur Sanders, Dillon Gabriel, and all of the surrounding noise in real time. Example of how people try to change the outcome in public when they can't change the reality. And every successful black man has lived this story in some form. So we'll talk about it from the Dillon Gabriel part. Here's the first mistake, Dillon. When a man loses his position, when a man loses his status or leverage, there are only two legitimate responses, sir. Get better or get quiet and get to work. Get quiet and get to work is what you should do. And this goes for anybody outside of football. What doesn't work is trying to rewrite reality through public perception. And what we saw instead is an attempt to shape counter narratives, suggest locker room conscience, and imply injustice rather than accountability. Statements like the whole team wants him as a starter were never facts. They were just optics. And optics do not override game tape, execution, and leadership under pressure. Football doesn't respond to storytelling. It responds to performance. And that's life. Performance. On my job, if I don't perform, you out of there. You got to be a good salesperson to work well at work. A damn good one to stay on top. So let's say what needs to be said plainly. Discussing team business, internal frustrations, or professional hierarchy with a woman who then speaks publicly about it is a loss of masculine frame, Dillon. That's not a strategy. That's bullshit pillow talk. And pillow talk about business is weakness, sir. Weak! Because the moment your frustrations become content, your disappointments becomes her narrative, a woman's narrative, your career becomes a microphone and you're no longer in control, sir. And that's not leadership. That's leakage. And strong men don't outsource their authority, Dillon. Here's the cold truth. You cannot media spin your way past physical performance. You can trend, you can talk, you can posture. But when one man is producing under pressure and one man is commanding the hustle and one man is absorbing hits and delivering and still delivering, the conversation ends. That's why no matter how much Coach Stefanski, whatever the fuck his name is, whatever he thinks, he has to stay with Shedeur. He has to put him in the job because he's a better athlete, a better player. Because the field don't lie. And this is where people miss the point. Shedeur Sanders didn't suddenly become confident. He was trained. His leadership was installed early, reinforced daily, and modeled by a disciplined black father. That matters. That matters like hell. That matters like hell. And because his leadership was taught at home, it doesn't crumble under boos, pressure, and politics. He doesn't need validation from you. He doesn't need your sympathy. He didn't need to run to the media because he was prepared to stay along if necessary. That's what real mentorship does. So let's talk about the incentives. I'm talking about women who try to jump on the damn bandwagon like this chick. In today's cloud economy, controversial equals engagement, visibility, monetization opportunities. But when a partner begins speaking publicly in ways that extend drama, frame grievances, and attract attention, you got to ask, who benefits? You think about Travis Hunter and some of these other women who have dated athletes. They all trying to get the bag. They're trying to benefit. And not everyone around that athlete is invested in the long-term discipline, the quiet development, and the delayed gratification. Some are just invested in lifestyle acceleration. That's what these women are. And he has one. Why? I don't know. Brothers do it too. And when a man doesn't actually have elite upside, that tension shows. Choosing the wrong vehicle doesn't get you to the destination. You heard? So it goes back to choosing the right woman. Damn. Let me get a drink on that shit. So let's talk about WAG culture just a little bit. Wives and girlfriends. Y'all don't know what that is. It describes a subculture where proximity to athletes' success become identity. And here's the pattern. Success creates access. Access creates expectation. Expectation creates pressure. Pressure exposes motives. Most relationships at this level don't survive. Travis Hunter! Maybe that Megan Stallion shit. I don't know. Let's see. You got a hell of a lot more money than she do. Money comes before maturity in these young relationships. The spotlight arrives before stability, and the woman often plans for the bag before the man secures longevity. And that's what you got with the damn Gabriel shit. That dude ain't ready to play NFL, but she on there flaunting it with her friends trying to get paid. Baby, ain't no paycheck with that nigga. None. You fucked up and chose the wrong guy. You're not gonna see that 40 million like Travis did. Travis is that damn athlete. Now, he's a stupid motherfucker for marrying her so early, but he's a hell of an athlete. And that's not hate, that's history. You don't have to look far to see how it plays out. Across the spectrum of professional sports, we've seen and watched relationships implode, careers get distracted, and wealth get distributed, and divorced. That's what I'm talking about. Wealth gets redistributed in a divorce. Damn it, I can't even say the word, but you know what I'm saying. These situations are reminders that success tests discernment, and poor choices compound quickly. Poor choices! God, the choices you make in life. I had a guy to tell me one time before, the choices you make today will impact you in the future. Damn if he wasn't right. Every decision you make is going to affect your future. So choose wisely. Please, and especially when it comes to women. The more money you got, the more your choices need to be on point. Whether you're in the United States or whether you're in the Philippines, your choices need to be on fucking point, bro. So let's be fair about Shakur. Even with superior preparation, as a black man, he still faced obstacles, hostile crowds, media skepticism, labels of arrogance, and higher standards than his peers. That's what black men have to go through. Higher standards than their peers. We have to step up and be above our peers. He can't be on the level of Dillon Gabriel. He got to be better. And he is. That's where Dion comes in. Less than margin for error. Because black excellence without apology is always treated as suspicious. You heard? Black excellence without apology is always treated as suspicious, even on the lower level. He had to be better, not equal. He had to be cleaner, not human. He had to be perfect, not growing. And he still has to deliver. And why is this an avatar to all black men? But I'll tell you. Many black men experience the exact same formula. You outperform, you don't beg, you don't play small, and suddenly your confidence is questioned, your motives are scrutinized, and your personality is framed as a problem. When the truth is you didn't need permission, that's the real offense. So I'm going to close with a lesson. And the lesson, so let this be a lesson. You cannot talk your way into past preparation. You cannot spin your way into past performance. You cannot connect. You cannot borrow leadership when pressure arrives. You can't. And for the brothers watching, success won't test your talent. It would test your discipline, your circle, and your silence. Because when you rise without asking, people will try to rewrite your story, just like Shakur Sanders. But let them talk, because life on the field or otherwise, in life general, always tells the truth. And that's all I got to say. So I appreciate you guys hitting me, hanging in with me today. I wanted to share a little bit about the story here. You know, y'all know already. I got a shout out for Marquez. Dillon's girlfriend has seen the money slipping away. I don't think I ever seen you on here either, Marquez. So I'm gonna give you a shout out too before we go. And Frank, I love you to death, bro. They learned to act this way from Trump. So I'm gonna give Marquez Quink a little something before we land the plane. If you're still with us here, Marquez, let me put your comment on display as you join the show today. There you go. I'm gonna say Dillon's girlfriend seen the money slipping away, no doubt about it. And with that, I'm gonna give you a little something because I don't know if you're a passport bro or whether you in the Matrix, intend to be in the Matrix. I'm gonna give you a little love. I'm gonna give you the pancake, and then I'm gonna hit you with another. First, the pancake. Like pancakes? Let's have some pancakes today, bro. I got one more for you. Let's get it. Let me see if this might not be one of them.
Go crazy. Go crazy. Go crazy. Go crazy.
I like my bitches bad. I like my money tall. Diamonds gigging on me. MJ off the wall.
Everywhere we go, it's a party, y'all. Show them ass and titties like it's Mardi Gras. Go crazy. Go crazy. Go crazy. Go crazy.
Do it like that.
Got one more for you, bro, and we're gonna close the show.
Put your pinky rings up to the moon. Girls, what y'all trying to do?
24 karat magic in the air.
All right. I'll see you guys on, what is this? This is Sunday night. We'll see you guys on Thursday with another exciting video. I love you. Y'all stay strong, Kings, and we'll holler at you on Thursday with something special. Let's get it. I didn't mean to do that. Let's get back to it.
Some days are easier to fake it. I find it hard to think when you're brought up. I know it takes a heart to break it. Yeah. But you took that and some more when you gave up. I get it, I get it, I get it, I get it. Some things don't work and that's the